Students, today's topic we are going to discuss about the admission of a partner. So what results in the admission of a partner? When a new person comes into the business, okay, it may result in the admission of a partner. So this person may also be referred to as an incoming partner. So the new partner is also given a name as the incoming partner. So what are the benefits in this regard? So it leads to additional capital in order to enlarge or expand the business, or it may be to increase the managerial talent. So when the incoming partner would be of a type, okay, skilled or with competency, so that it may add more benefits to the existing firm. Sometimes it may result in both. He may bring in additional capital, or he also may be bringing in, okay, both a person found to be with talent. And here we see that, okay, when he is bringing in capital, so the firm too has to reciprocate. So what does the firm do is it gives the right to share the future profits and the assets of the firm. So maybe until now the old partners would have been sharing the profits and exercising rights of the assets of the firm, but from now onwards in the future the new partner too will, okay, have more access to the firm's profit as well as the assets. So we will now discuss about a definition given by Indian Partnership Act 1932 according to section 31 subsection 1. So here it says that it is a contract between partners. No person shall be introduced as a partner into the firm without the consent of the existing partner. So even if one partner is not willing to bring in an additional partner, such an admission may not result in. So this is to be followed very strictly. Now in regard to admission of a new partner, there are certain adjustments that we will have to actually make. So as a first one, so we already know that incoming partner may bring in capital. So this capital constitutes of two kinds. It is in cash, okay, or he may bring in the form of assets, that is kind, okay, or both. So in regard to this, let us see a journal entry. So here you can see in the debit part, cash or bank, okay, sometimes he may bring in bank balance, okay, is debited, and also when he brings in kind, assets is debited to the partner's capital account. So this partner refers to the new partner, okay. For example, X is the new partner. In that case we say to X's capital account, okay. Now the other adjustments in connection to this will be distribution of accumulated profits, reserves and losses, revaluation of assets and liabilities, determination of new profit sharing ratio and sacrificing ratio, adjustment of goodwill, and adjustment of capital on the basis of new profit sharing ratio, if such a thing is agreed upon. Now as a first part we will discuss about distribution of accumulated profits, reserves and losses. So now to, okay, transfer the accumulated profits and reserves, we are passing this entry. What do you mean by this adjustment? So until the date of admission of a new partner, the old partners would have, okay, earned profit in their course of business, and also reserves. So what is reserves? Reserves is nothing but a part of the profit is kept as a reserve, okay, to meet some contingencies or emergencies. So such a thing now solely belongs to the old partners. So the incoming partner has no right with the old profits or the reserves so accumulated. So as a outcome of admission of the new partner, first thing that they do is they transfer among them. What the old partners do, they will transfer these such available profits and reserves, okay, to their capital account. So this is the outcome, okay, of the entry being profit and loss appropriation account. This is actually balance of profit, okay. General reserve. So general reserve or reserve fund is nothing but the reserves, okay, that they have kept in the past years. Then workman's compensation fund, because there would be employees working in the business, so in case of any accidents or something they would be compensated. So a fund is created to meet such circumstances. and there is an investment fluctuation fund also. So I will be explaining this, what is the meaning of it. So these items are debited to the old partner's capital or current account. So you know what is the meaning of current account. So it is based on the fixed and fluctuating method that they follow. So all this is done in the old ratio. So this is in regard to the profit transfer. Now let us discuss about transferring of accumulated loss. In this case, reverse entry is passed. Okay, we don't show the other reserves because reserves, funds and all will be debited because they are all actually showing some balances. Loss is a situation when they have undergone some losses in account of business. So here and reverse entry in comparison to the, so you saw the previous one, old partner's capital was credited. Now it is debited to the profit and loss account. When profit and loss is credited, it means there is a loss. Now let us see the meaning of this investment fluctuation fund, which we saw in the profit entry. It is a fund created out of profit. I told you, because it is profit, it is debited. Why it is actually created? To adjust the reduction in the market value of investments. What do you mean by investments? Maybe they would have made some investments in the capital market, that is in the financial securities, or that is shares we say, isn't it? So that kind of investments. So in this case, if the market value, they're giving you a comparison here. If it is greater than or equal to the book value. What do you mean by book value? So what they have actually arrived at, maybe after making the necessary adjustments. So in this case, if it is greater, which is greater? MV, that is market value, should be greater or equal to the book value. In that case, the entire fund, this entire fund, the balance on this entire fund will be transferred to the old partner's capital account. In what ratio? Old profit sharing ratio. Everything is among the old partners. On the other hand, if you see, if market value is less than the book value, then the difference is subtracted from the investment fluctuation fund. So what is the amount in the fund, and the value, the value they mentioned. So this difference will be transferred to the old partners capital in the old profit sharing ratio. So this is about the investment fluctuation fund. Now let us see about how to know whether there is a profit or a loss. Sometimes problem mentions directly there is a profit or a loss. Otherwise, you have to find it out from the available information. So in the case of profit, profit or loss appropriation will be mention of taking a credit balance. Whereas the other option is sometimes it is about the balance sheet. It discloses the position of the balance sheet. So here balance sheet will show profit or loss appropriation in the liability side. So these two will make you to be clear with the profit. So you will make sure there is a profit. What in the case of loss? In again this profit or loss appropriation account, it will take a debit balance. Whereas if it is going to be from balance sheet, it appears on the asset side. So these two clearly states, it will help you to find whether there is a profit or a loss. Now, in regard to this first adjustment, we will discuss one problem. Arul and Anita are partners sharing profits and loss in the ratio of 4:3. This ratio will help you to find out which partner will take what share. On 31st March 2018, Ajay was admitted as a partner, and on this date of admission, the book of the firm showed a general reserve of 42,000. Pass the journal entry, distribute the general reserve. So it is nothing but past reserves of 42,000. So we know the entry that always profit will be debited. It's a part of a profit. So general reserve account debtor, as I mentioned, 42,000 to Arul's capital account to Anita's capital account. So here I have just worked out a calculation to distribute the capital for them, for the profit for them, to the which should be transferred to their capital. So 42,000 into 4:3 is 4 parts for Arul, 3 parts for Anita. out of 7 parts. Okay, 4 plus 3 is 7 parts. So in that 4 parts goes to Arul and remaining 3 parts is for Anita. So this calculation will give you 24,000 and 18,000 respectively. Okay, so we just show this entry. So hope you are clear with this problem. Next, let us see another problem also. Anjali and Nitya are partners of a firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 5:3. They admit Pramila on 1st January 2018. On that due date, a balance sheet showed an accumulated loss of rupees 40,000 on the asset side of the balance sheet. Give journal entry to transfer the accumulated loss on admission. Here the problem very directly states that balance sheet is showing loss, okay, and also the asset side. Even if this is missing, balance sheet showed 40,000 asset side of the okay, that also will make you clear. I told previously from that chart it's a loss. So here they've given you both the details. So loss because it's in the asset side. So this will give you a clearer understanding. Now let us move to work out the journal entry, pass the journal entry. Okay, so Anjali's capital account debtor 25,000, Nitya's capital account debtor 15,000. Okay, so just 40,000. Sorry, there is a slight change in alignment. Okay, so this 40,000 should come just straight to this. Okay, this line it should appear, but it just moved up. Students, just kindly note that. Don't okay be mistaken. Just it should come down. Okay, so calculation goes like 5:3 out of 8 parts. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 goes to Anjali, 3 goes to Nitya. So 25,000 and 15,000. The total of this is 40,000. As I told you, should come just straight to this profit and loss appropriation account. This is actually also profit and loss appropriation account debtor to, okay, this will be 40,000. Okay, students. So, and being a loss, this is actually reversed. Let us continue with the third problem. Ovia and Kavya are partners in a firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 5:3. They admit Agalya into partnership. The balance sheet as on 31st March 2019 is as follows. So now they've given you a balance sheet, and what is asked is to identify accumulated profits and reserves on admission, and then to pass a entry, okay, journal entry. So let us see first from the liabilities. Here you have 3 items, okay. Profit and loss appropriation account 40,000, general reserve 8,000, workmen's compensation fund 12,000. All these 3 are profits, because profit and loss is not on the assets. For your information, it is on the liabilities. So we are going to just debit it to the Ovia's and Kavya's capital. So see, profit and loss appropriation account debtor 40,000, general reserve account debtor 8,000, workmen's compensation fund 12,000, and the total of these 3 will be 60,000 to be transferred to Ovia's capital account to Kavya's capital account. The calculation says 5:3 will be the ratio. So 37,500 credited to Ovia's capital, 22,500 credited to Kavya's capital account, and the narration being undistributed profit distributed to all partners capital account in their old ratio. So just it will be like shortened it. So it can also add like this, okay, undistributed profit transferred to all partners capital account in their old ratio. So this way you can just pass the entry.